Hey Misfits!
Line!
Hey Misfits! Welcome to another vlog. Today we're talking about Christmas and religion.
So I grew up in a Christian Catholic household, but as I got older, I decided to venture off, learn about different religions, and now I'm just more omnistic and just spiritual.
And I was raised in the Christian religion as well, but I stayed with it. So I can speak about what we do in the church around this time of year. So for Christians, Christmas is the celebration of...
No, because for me that feels like it's overgeneralizationing in it.
How?
I don't know, it's just my brain.
I don't understand that because it's literally a fact.
Sure.
That is what Christmas is. That is literally what Christmas is. Christmas. This is just going to be a vlog of us arguing about Christmas. That's all this is.
Yes!
So Christmas is the celebration of Christ's birth on December 25th. The branch of Christianity that I fall under is Catholicism, and we have specific rituals almost for the Christmas season. During the normal calendar year, our priests and our altar decorations are decked out in green, and that's what we call ordinary time, is the time between Easter and Christmas. But when it comes time for Christmas, they start changing up the colors of the altar table and some of the decorations in the background, as well as the priest's garments. They go to purple and pink and then white on Christmas. Up until Christmas Day, Christmas is pretty much celebrated throughout the month of December. We start off at the beginning of December with Advent wreaths and candles. So it's this little wreath that, or big depending on how extravagant you want to go, and it has, right? And it has 4 candles. The first 2 purple ones are lit for the first 2 Sundays. The third one is the pink one. That's lit on the 3rd Sunday. The 4th one is the last purple one. That's lit on the 4th Sunday. Some people have a candle directly in the center, and that is lit on Christmas Day. Another big component to religious Christians celebrating Christmas is the story of the Nativity and of Christ's birth. Different stories are told about Christ's birth throughout the time of December up until Christmas itself. Stories about the wise men, of Herod wanting to see the newborn king, the story about the Star of Bethlehem. The most important story of Christmas is about Mary and Joseph riding into Bethlehem on the back of a donkey. And that's where Mary had Jesus. I know that a lot of churches participate in donations throughout the Christmas season as well. They try to help out homeless people and people that are less fortunate, that don't have the money for gloves and hats and scarves or other clothing. Some of them have different programs. The ones that I've been to have a Christmas tree in the narthex, and they'll have ornaments hanging on the tree. And if you pick an ornament, that's what you get for the people in need. You bring it back to the church and they'll distribute it. So that's basically what Christmas means to Christians. It's the birth of Christ. It's the wholeness of feeling his warmth and his love, of God's love sending his child down to us.
So even growing up in the same religion, I still wasn't that in tune to how Christianity saw Christmas in general. Growing up, it started off that way, but we focus more on just the actual Christmas spirit and just the fact of giving. Like, we were never fully religious. It was all more of an individual feeling for each and every person. So as I got older, I started to become more individualized and just wanted to focus more on the giving aspect of the holiday seasons. Continuing to get older, I learned about different religions and different aspects of different religions, and I kind of knit and picked through each religion that I felt drawn to. And I was introduced to paganism when I was actually in middle school. That's when it first started, and then I started doing my own research on it, growing up, going into high school, up until now. Now I don't classify myself as religious. I'm more omnistic, where I just have the respect and belief of all religions, and I'm just more spiritual. So for me, Christmas spiritually just means giving, making sure you're taking time out of your daily life to make sure that you can give a little bit of your time to someone else. Making sure that if you have the means, you can help someone else. Like if you have extra clothing, extra hats, gloves, scarves that you don't have, you know, send it to a drive, or give away care packages, mental health packages. I know before we moved, I would go up to DC with a few friends, and we would have like just little health packets basically. For women, we had like hygiene packets, everything else, and we would give them to the homeless around town that we would see. And that's something that we did during the holiday season, because I felt that that's what Christmas was. It was to give to others.
Okay. So with that, how have you felt about Christmas versus Christianity, versus how it's represented, how you feel about it spiritually versus religiously?
So religiously,
Ruger.
guest starring Ruger. Religiously, I always felt that their aspects was taken from other religions, especially Christianity. A lot of their aspects you can find in paganism, and they try to take claim for it. Because they do. Spiritually, it's more of someone's individual feelings on the season itself.
Okay, so you see Christmas more as a
Time to give.
as a time to give, something that makes you feel good through giving to others, through making others feel good.
And not even just making me feel good about doing it, because that's just me in general, but just having the means to do something, or just going out of your way to help somebody else. I feel like during the winter season, so much hype is around all of the different holidays, and everyone talks about giving and whatnot. So going with the hype, this is especially the time where you should take a step aside and give, but also keep in mind that's something you should be doing throughout the year as well, not just in the winter holidays. So that's how we see Christmas from our spiritual or religious point of view.
Is there something that maybe your family does as a religious tribute during the holidays?
All right. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everyone. Be welcomed.
And get creative.
Bye.
We
did it.
I didn't immediately walk off this time.
We did it. We did it. Hooray.